the branches of the old trees, I see the house again. It sits there waiting for me. Silent, malignant, a place of unspeakable horror. There is no one there now. On a mailbox beside the driveway, I can make out the name of the people who lived there once. Tierney. But the Tierneys must have all gone away a long time ago. And the house stands like a moldering tombstone to a world that died. There is an old-fashioned knocker on the door. An unseen hand always opens the door for me. I always go up the shadowy stairway as if I know exactly where to find the answer to what has drawn me here. It's behind a little unmarked door, and some unearthly power swings it open to receive me. I look up that narrow, dusty stairway, and for a moment that is so brief, so filled with terror that my mind cannot hold on to it, I know why I had to come to this place. Did I go up the stairs this time, Doctor?
No, it was the same as before. You almost bring yourself to see the truth, and then you...
But what truth? All I know is that death in its most hideous form waits for me at the top of those stairs.
That's not all you know, Mrs. Justin. You hold the answer deep within your own mind. Consciously, you've forgotten it. That's the way the human mind works. Whenever something is too unpleasant, too shameful for us to entertain, we reject it. We erase it from our memory. But the imprint is always there. Nothing is ever really forgotten.
But don't all of us do things we're ashamed of?
It wouldn't be human if we hadn't.
And I'm quite human, Doctor. But there's nothing in my past that I couldn't tell my husband or that I haven't told you. I have never seen that house except in my dream. I can't connect it with any place or anyone I've ever known.
You're an orphan.
Yes.
You've lived most of your life here in Switzerland.
Yes. I was sent here as a child for my health.
Incipient tuberculosis, from which you made a complete recovery.
I'm strong as an ox now.
Those 2 years in the sanitarium, it's not a very happy time, was it?
I don't have a very clear recollection of them now.
These nightmares resumed about 6 weeks ago.
Yes?
You've been married about the same length of time.
You're on the wrong track there, Doctor. I told Philip everything. It made very dull telling, I assure you.
And now he's taken you back to America.
Yes.
You're happy about this, of course.
I couldn't be happier. I love Switzerland, but after all, America's my real home.
Well, perhaps it's for the best. These dreams may have some associations for you here in Switzerland. If so, I think it's quite possible you may leave these behind, too. At least we hope so.
Well, that's certainly good news, Doctor. Dr. Farrell.
Yes?
You don't believe there's really any connection between my dreams and my marriage, do you?
No, I merely noted the coincidence.
But several times you suggested Philip come to see you. Why?
I do that in most cases, Mrs. Justin. Sometimes the husband can be very helpful.
Well, I know he always intended to come, but he had such a short time in Switzerland, and he loves to go up in the mountains alone.
Mrs. Justin, your husband came to see me 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes, I believe it slipped my mind. Was it helpful, Doctor?
I believe you've known your husband a very short time.
Yes. We had what you call in America a whirlwind romance.
Then whatever's causing these dreams occurred a long time before you met Philip Justin.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Bye, Mrs. Justin.
And thank you for helping me. Darling, I'm back. I've got everything. Tickets, passports, money, smallpox certificates. What about customs declarations?
I'll give them to you on the plane. You'll have hours to fill them out.
I'll be too excited. What did I do with the tickets?
You got them right in your hand.
I can see you're going to be very useful to have around.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm glad we'll be flying at night. We can neck all the way across the Atlantic.
You don't have to wait that long. Used to be a gag I pulled at college. We would take a girl down to the airport, bus depot, station, and watch the train or plane pull out. And then we'd kiss the girl goodbye. Only she wouldn't be going anywhere. But nobody would know that.
All right, who was she?
Oh, that was long ago.
Come on, I told Dr. Farrell I confessed all to you. Now it's your turn.
How was the session with Farrell?
No change. Now he tells me the dreams are caused by something scandalous I did and then forgot. Well, aren't you worried, darling? I may have a perfectly dreadful past neither one of us knows about.
I don't believe you ever went to a station to watch the train pull out.
You're so smug. These Swiss boys know a few tricks, too.
Yeah? Well, all they ever did to you was yodel. First time I kissed you, your nose got in the way. Oh, you're learning.
Keep on teaching, Professor. Philip.
What is it, you have a dream?
No, I wasn't sleeping. I just remembered something awful. I forgot to have the initials in my luggage changed.
Oh, it'll get through customs anyway.
But they're all marked S.W. Your family might think we're not married.
I don't have any family, Sheila.
Well, you never told me that, Philip. So much I don't know about you.
Doesn't matter.
Not really. But I want to know everything you did before you met me. What you do, where you come from, how you got along without me all these years.
All these years I've been looking for you. I try to get some sleep.
All right. Philip.
Yes?
Why didn't you tell me you went to see Dr. Farrell?
I did tell you. Don't you remember?
No. I guess I didn't hear you. We're lost, aren't we?
No. No, it's the right road.
It's creepy looking. I wish we'd stayed in New York.
You need a quiet place where you can rest for a couple of weeks.
You make me sound like an invalid.
Well, you did have that dream again last night.
Yes.
What's wrong?
It's the house. The one in my dreams.
Nonsense, it can't be. You said you've never been in Florida before. How could you have seen it?
I never saw it before, but that's the house. Oh, Philip, I'm frightened.
It's an old, empty house. Why are you afraid of a house?
I don't know. Whatever's inside, it's horrible. And I don't know what it is.
There's nothing to be afraid of. An empty house can't hurt you.
But it's the same house.
You know that's impossible. Look, you dreamed of an old house. The first one you see reminds you of it. You simply made the transference in your mind. You've got to be sensible. You can't dream about a place you've never seen.
It's exactly the same. There's trees, storm windows. That must be the attic.
Every old house has an attic.
Do we have to go in there?
Yes. It'll be good for you. Once you realize there's nothing in there that can hurt you, the dream will go away. Besides, darling, I'll be with you every minute.
Here. I'm Jonah, the caretaker.
And I'm Justin, the new resident.
Oh, you come to the wrong place. This house ain't never rented.
It is now.
Well, they would have told me about it.
I've just told you we've rented the house. We're going to live here. Now you know. Lie down. Come on now.
Philip.
Don't be frightened, darling. I'll go out and get the bags. You wait right here.
My husband took the house on short notice. I'm sure you'll be notified by mail in a day or two.
There ain't been no mail here for the last 17 years.
It's been empty that long?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been a lovely home once. What happened to the people who lived here?
They went away. One by one, they went away. Except me.
Isn't it lonely for you?
Lonely? No. It ain't lonely. I got my dog. You see, I'm waiting for them to come back. That's why I keep it like it was. For them.
For whom?
Well, the folks it belongs to. It's theirs. That's why I try to keep it looking nice.
What's their name?
You carry the bags upstairs and we decide which bedroom we're going to use.
Philip, this is the house. I know every step before I take it. I go up there. Along the railing to the left, there's a bedroom. Hideous wallpaper. Huge, awful-looking flowers on it.
You never mentioned going into a bedroom in your dream.
No, I didn't. Maybe I see it as I go past.
The door is closed. Sheila.
Told you, Philip. I told you what it was like. Now do you believe me? This is the house I dreamed about.
But why? Why do you dream about it? What does it mean to you?
It means I'm going to die here. Oh, Philip, take me away. I can't stay here. I can't. I'll go out of my mind.
All right, darling. We'll go away.
We've got a spare can of gasoline.
It isn't that. The tank's half full.
What's wrong?
It's been wrecked. The wires have been pulled out. The distributor cap is missing.
Jonah. Why? He tried to keep us from staying here. Why did he do it?
I don't know. For some reason he changed his mind.
Can't you repair it?
I could probably fix the wires, but without the distributor cap, we're stuck here.
Jonah.
The name is on the mailbox.
What?
You asked me who used to live here. You can still see the name on the mailbox.
Tierney. Why did they all leave?
Why? Nobody knows why they ever did anything. They was all the same. The whole family. Folks around here used to call them the Mad Tierneys. Didn't you know that?
No.
Then how come you know the name? You didn't see the name on the mailbox. I watched you come.
I don't know how I knew. Maybe I've been here before. A long time ago.
No. I would have remembered you. I've always been here. If you'd been here before, I would have remembered.
Oh, vaguely familiar. Like something that happened when you're a small child.
What do you remember?
I'm not sure. I can see myself as a little girl playing in the grass. There was a boy. He was older than I was. I think I was in love with him. I think he carved our initials on the trunk of a tree. A big old palm tree. all so vague. I don't know where it came from.
I know every tree on this plantation. I would have seen them initials.
Maybe it was someplace just like this.
I thought I heard your voice.
Jonah came back.
Oh?
Well, he's gone again. I tried to keep him talking till you came down.
Did you ask him why he disabled the car?
I was afraid to. He acts so queer.
He's been living here alone too long.
I'm sorry there's no coffee. None of the stoves in here work.
Oh, this is fine.
Philip,
Yes?
did you bring that gun with you?
Yes, in my suitcase. Why?
I don't know. That dog frightens me. So does Jonah. I'll just feel better knowing you have it.
Sheila, what is it?
Philip! Philip!
What's wrong? Where were you?
Looking for you. I woke up and you were gone.
I couldn't sleep. I took a walk.
I tried to find you. And then that dog came after me. He's out there.
Stay here. Jonah! Lie down! Jonah! Get this animal out of here and tie him up.
Well, I had him locked up in the cell. Somebody must have let him out.
If anybody let him out, it was you. Now take him back and tie him up. If he gets loose again, I'll shoot him.
Yes, sir. Come on, Jacket. Come with Jonah.
Everything's all right now. Don't worry. Whatever made you go prowling around in the dark?
There was someone looking in that window. A hideous, inhuman face. You weren't here. I was so frightened.
It had to be Jonah. There's no one else around here for miles. For some reason, he's trying to scare us away from here.
Why? He disabled our car to keep us here.
I don't know. I'm gonna find out right now.
Philip.
Don't worry. Just lock the door. You'll be safe here. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, but take your gun.
I can handle it. Coffee this morning. Here we go. Drink this, huh? Slept badly? Dream again, huh?
I wasn't dreaming. I found the door to the attic.
I told you, all these old houses have attics.
I recognized it the instant I saw it. It was just like in my dream.
Was it?
I don't remember.
But you must remember. Don't you see, once you understand what it all means, you'll never have the dreams again.
Is that why you brought me to this house, Philip?
Darling, I brought you here for rest and to get over the dreams.
But why to this house? How did you know where it was? I didn't even know. How did you find it?
It's only the same house in your imagination.
You're lying! Why are you doing this to me? Why?
Finish your breakfast. I'll be downstairs.
S.W. Sheila Wayne.
morning.
Good morning.
My name is Snell. I own this house, and I'd appreciate an explanation of what you're doing here.
My husband rented it.
Then in that case, I'd like to speak with your husband, if I may.
He should be back any moment. He's gone for a walk. Is something wrong, Mr. Snell?
You said your husband rented the house,
Mrs. Justin. Yes, that's right. He rented it.
From whom?
I'm not sure. From a realtor, I suppose.
This house is not in the hands of a realtor, and no one has approached me to rent it. And I wouldn't be interested in any case. I believe my caretaker informed you of that last night.
Well, yes, he did. I'm sure my husband can explain satisfactorily when he comes back.
Mrs. Justin, I don't want to appear to be unpleasant, but I'm not interested in explanations. You and your husband will have to leave this house immediately.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry.
You see, Mrs. Justin, the house has been closed up for a good many years. It's not even fit to live in. It's not safe. As a matter of fact, the electricity's been turned off. So if you fell through the floor or stumbled on the stairs, I'd be liable. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. As a matter of fact, we started to leave last night, but the car... Our car wouldn't start.
Well, I'm not very much of a mechanic, but what seems to be the trouble?
My husband said the distributor had been stolen.
Stolen? By whom? There's no one around here for miles except Jonah, my caretaker. And I can assure you he wouldn't do anything to delay your departure.
On the contrary, he did his best to frighten us away.
Oh? Well, all I can suggest is that you get in the car and drive with me to the nearest garage and have a mechanic sent back.
I can't go until my husband comes.
Mrs. Justin, the idea is for both of you to leave.
Suppose we refuse to leave. What are you going to do about it?
Philip, good Lord, I had no idea. Your wife said that her name...
I ask you how you intend to make us leave.
Why on earth would you want to stay in an old place like...
You could run us off, huh? With an axe.
I simply said that the house was dangerous. Naturally, if you want to stay here under these conditions, you're perfectly welcome. Well, I'm not being a very good host. It's been many years, Philip. We've lost touch with you. Where have you been?
In Europe.
Oh.
Switzerland.
Philip and I were married recently in Lausanne.
I hope I'm not interrupting our honeymoon if I stay a few days. Now that I'm here, I thought I'd look the old place over and see if there's anything that could be done with it. You don't mind, do you, Philip?
It's yours, isn't it?
I'm afraid most of that went over my head. Philip never mentioned that he knew you, or that you owned the house.
What did he say?
Nothing, really.
He must have given you some explanation for bringing you back here.
Back here? Then I have been here before.
I don't know.
But you said back here. That's what you meant. You know I've been here before, don't you?
Don't you? This is a place you could never forget. You do remember being here, don't you, Mrs. Tierney?
I'm not sure. Why did you call me Mrs. Tierney?
Did I? I meant Mrs. Justin, of course.
S.W. and P.T. Philip Tierney. That's his name, isn't it? Look at me, Mr. Snell. I want to know it's true, isn't it?
Yes. Philip is the last of the Tierneys.
The last of the mad Tierneys. That's what they're called, isn't it? And those initials on that old tree. S.W. Sheila Wayne. Those are my initials, aren't they? He carved them when I was just a little girl.
Don't you remember any of it?
It's all so vague. It all comes back to me in little bits and pieces. I try to fit them together and they fade away. I was ill in a sanitarium in Switzerland for a long time. My memory always seems to start in the sanitarium. Before that, it's like a thick mist. What does it all mean?
These are questions for your husband to answer, Mrs. Tierney, not me. I wish I could help you, but I can't. It would have been better if you had never left Switzerland.
I should never have come to this house. Something evil here. It's bad for Philip. He wasn't like this in Switzerland. What is there about this house that makes him like he is?
Possibly only Philip knows. I urge you for your own safety to leave this house at once. Take my car if you like, but get away from here. Now.
Philip. Tell me the truth, Philip. Why did you bring me to this house?
For your own good.
You knew I'd been here before.
Yes, I knew.
We lived here as children. I remembered that last night after we'd been here a little while. It was all so hazy, I couldn't quite make out the face of the boy who carved our initials on the tree. I was in love with you then. That must be why I fell in love with you so quickly in Switzerland. I told Dr. Farrell we had a whirlwind romance. It wasn't really. I'd been in love with you for years and years.
I love you, Sheila.
Do you?
I love you very, very much.
And why did you bring me to this place? To this horrible, evil house?
So you would get over the nightmares. They were destroying you, Sheila. In no time, they'd have you back in the sanitarium.
Sanitarium? I was sent there because of my lungs. Wasn't I, Philip?
No, darling.
You're trying to tell me that I was sent away to Switzerland because I was insane?
Sheila, you'd had a nervous breakdown.
Nervous breakdown? I was 7 years old. A child of 7 doesn't have a nervous breakdown. I was insane, wasn't I?
Sheila, there's nothing wrong with you now except those nightmares. I brought you here to regain your health. There's only one way to cure you.
No, Philip.
You must go up in that attic.
I can't. There's something waiting for me up there. If I climb those stairs, I'll die. I know that.
Darling, it's all in your imagination. I'll be with you every step of the way. Please, you must do this.
Don't ask me to do that, Philip. I can't. I won't. Tierney. Died November 4th, 1939. born to Matthew and Bliss Tierney. Son Lawrence died November 4th, 1939. Born a daughter, Lydia. Died January 18th, 1920. Born a son, Samuel. Died November 4th, 1939. Born to Samuel and Ann Tierney, son Philip. Philip. The last of the mad Tierneys. Oh, Jonah. I was just looking at the family Bible. It belonged to my husband's grandfather, didn't it? Did you know him?
I knowed him. I knowed them all.
Matthew Tierney had 2 sons and a daughter.
They's all dead now.
I can see that. Jonah, it says that Matthew and his sons, Lawrence and Samuel, all died on the same day.
November 4th, 1939, at midnight.
What happened, Jonah? Was there an accident, all of them dying at once?
The strain died out, all except him.
Philip. But what caused it?
He seen death coming for him. Well, he was 84, and it was his time.
Matthew died of old age, but Lawrence and Philip's father, they were both young men.
He seen what he had to do. The curse of the Tierneys was on him, and he could see it. He brought him into this world, and he took him out again before he died.
You mean the old man? His 2 sons?
He watched for it all the time they was growing up. He looked for it to show up, and it did, like in all the Tierneys. They was tainted. He knowed he had to wipe it out before he was taken. There was only one way. Blood. There was blood all over everything. The place run with the blood of the mad Tierneys. I took the axe out myself and buried it.
Horrible.
He done what he had to do. Then he laid down and died himself. But he missed one.
Philip.
Yeah. He was away up north. That's what saved him. And he's the last. He's come back because he knows he's got it too. He's marked like all the others.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Go away, miss. Go away before it's too late. Ain't nothing you can do for him. I seen it in him just the same as in all the others. Yeah. Watch out! Watch out!
Are you all right, Doc?
Jonah,
I've taken care of it.
I won't put up with carelessness. You know that.
I know.
Mrs. Tierney might have been killed. Now look, you've been around here for a long time, and if you want to keep your home, you see that nothing goes wrong from now on. Do you understand? Philip.
Get away from me.
You're going to listen to me for once. I don't know what you're up to or why you ever came back here, but I can tell you this. You're only going to make matters worse for yourself. And maybe that's the way you like it. And tell me, why do you insist on pulling your wife down with you? How much more do you think she can stand? You've nearly driven her out of her mind now. Or is that what you're trying to do, Philip?
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Take her away from here at once if you've got any sense left.
Why are you so concerned about Sheila?
Because if she stays in this house another night, she'll be a raving maniac. I'll drive her to town myself.
Sheila stays here with me.
Why?
Because she has nightmares, Mark. Didn't she tell you that? She was going to a psychiatrist in Switzerland to find out what caused them. Doctor couldn't help her, but I can. I know exactly what to do. And when she's better, everything's going to be all right again. For her, for me, and for all the Tierneys, dead or alive. You'd hate that, wouldn't you, Mark? You've always hated the Tierneys.
You're insane. You're really out of your mind.
Who is it?
It's Mark. I brought you some dinner. You must eat something.
I can't. Where is he?
He went away about an hour ago as soon as it was dark. You should eat something.
He tried to kill me.
It could have been an accident. I told you how old and rotten the house was. The chandelier probably just broke away.
No, he was up there. If Jonah hadn't shouted it... Why? He said he loved me.
I'm sure he does. But at other times, he's not responsible for what he does. You see, in a way, you're a threat to him. Philip is the last of the Tierneys, unless you have a child. And in his own tortured mind, he knows that this must never happen. Let me explain. With each generation, the wild strain in the Tierneys becomes not less, but more pronounced. Do you understand?
Why did he marry me? Why doesn't he leave me?
He loves you. You're his one hold on sanity, and at the same time, the one thing that's driving him to do what his grandfather did.
I know. Jonah told me. I didn't want to believe it.
I'm afraid it's true. You see, Sheila, Philip is my cousin. Yes. My mother was Lydia Tierney. She died in childbirth in 1925. I grew up here with Philip until he went up north to school.
When the old man... Why didn't he...
You mean, why didn't Grandfather kill me too? Oh, I don't know. I suppose it's because I really wasn't like a Tierney. I was a Snell. When I was growing up, I didn't understand it at the time. Grandfather Tierney was very hard on me, almost cruel. He must have decided I had escaped the curse of his line.
He knew he was mad.
I think he did. It came in spells. Well, he used to lock himself away in his room for days at a time.
What will become of Philip?
I don't know. I'm more concerned with what will become of you. You must leave here as soon as it's daylight. I'd take you away tonight, but my car's been disabled too.
Couldn't we walk?
No. It's 15 miles, and along those winding roads, we'd probably lose our way or wind up in the marshes.
But that's better than staying here.
No. He's outside somewhere, watching the house. You'll be safer here. Besides, Jonah and I are going to take turns standing watch outside your door. You may not get much sleep, but I can promise you nothing will happen to you.
Thank you.
Are you sure you don't want something to eat? Good night.
Good night. Yes.
Don't come any further. His neck's broken.
I heard him scream.
Yes, he fell over the railing up there. He must have been dead before he hit the bottom. Poor Jonah.
You said the house was dangerous. What happened? The railing give way?
No, he didn't.
What was he doing prowling around in the dark?
That's his job. He's the caretaker.
Here. Put this on, huh?
You think we ought to move him?
It's your house.
I hate to leave him lying there. I suppose we'll have to call the police.
Why? It was an accident. Wasn't it?
That's not for us to say.
How are you going to get in touch with him? I understand your car broke down.
I thought you might fix it.
I can try. Who's going to drive?
Sheila,
She can't.
I was merely suggesting that she might like to drive into town with me. This has been an awful shock for her.
I'll go.
Before the police will get here.
It won't be tonight. He won't go to the police. He'll just keep on going. There's nothing else he can do. It's better that it's happened this way, my dear. You'll forget in time. I'll go down and see. You wait here.
Where's Sheila?
What are you doing back here?
I took a wrong turn. I must have gotten lost. Where's Jonah?
I don't know. I heard a noise, came down to investigate. His body's gone.
That's strange.
Yes, isn't it? A dead man gets up and walks away.
Maybe he wasn't dead.
That's ridiculous. His neck was broken. You saw him.
I didn't examine him. You did. Well, don't you think we ought to go look for the body?
No. I think you should do what you started out to do. Go for the police.
I'd only get lost again. I don't know the roads around here.
Somebody's got to go.
How about you?
Well, I can't. My car's broken down.
I'll fix it.
Besides, I don't want to leave Sheila here alone.
She won't be alone, Mark. I'll be with her.
You wait here a minute. I'll be right back. Were you listening?
Yes.
He's hidden Jonah's body, probably in the cellar. We've got to get word to the police. He won't go, and he won't let me take you with me.
Oh, couldn't we?
No, he won't give us that much time. Have you still got his gun?
Yes.
All right, now listen carefully. There's a farmhouse about 5 miles from here. I can go there and get back in about 20 minutes. He'll expect me to be gone for hours. Now, when I leave this room, you lock the door. Use the gun if you have to.
If you'd only wait till morning.
No, this is what he wants us to do. If we stay in this house tonight, he'll finish his horrible job. Our only chance is to act faster than he does. Do you think you can do it?
I'll try.
Good. Now, you guard the fire escape with a gun, and I think you can hold him off until I get back. Good luck.
Unlock the door. I have to talk to you. I only want to help you, darling. Everything will be all right. I love you, Sheila. I'm going to take you away. You've got to trust me. Things come to an end. Pull the trigger, Sheila, and it'll be the end of the Tierneys.
Don't make me do it, Philip. I don't want to.
Pull the trigger, Sheila. You can go downstairs and write the final entry in the family Bible. Philip Tierney died here and now, the last of the mad Tierneys.
I can't. Do whatever you want to, Philip. I don't care. I'm your enemy. If that's what your mind tells you, then go ahead and do it. You
could have killed me. Why didn't you?
I don't know. Yes, I do know. Because I love you. So many years ago, long before you carved our initials on that tree, I can't remember any further back. I loved you. When we met in Switzerland, I didn't know it, but it was the same love. That's why I married you, Philip. That's why I could never hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you either.
But you feel you must. Is that it, Philip? Let me help you. Don't look away. I want to help you. Everything's going to be all right now. Let me help you. Tell me how.
Will you do anything I ask? Anything?
Anything. What do you want me to do?
Come with me right now.
All right.
Here. Take this. Please, I want you to have it.
Not in there.
Sheila.
Not in there.
You must.
I can't.
You must. Throw it away. Now listen to me. There's nothing up there to be afraid of. It's just an attic, full of dust and cobwebs. When you were a little girl, it was your favorite place to play in rainy days. You remember. This trunk full of old clothes. You used to dress up in them. Remember, darling?
No.
It'll all come back to you. Believe me. It will. It'll all come back to you. Everything.
Don't open the door. I can't even look. If you want to kill me here, but don't torture me.
Sheila!
And I saw it. That's why you brought me back here, wasn't it, Philip?
Yes, dear.
I tried to run away, but I couldn't. It was buried inside my mind. I didn't remember. I couldn't remember. I would have been insane. I was insane in that sanitarium, wasn't I?
No. You saw the kind of horror no child should see. Your mind locked it away, so you'd never see it again.
You knew it was there, and you had to dig it out.
I searched for years. I found you in Lausanne. But the secret was hidden in your subconscious. Only you and the person who used the axe knew what really happened up here. I had to dig it out.
You caused the dreams to start. you took me to Dr. Farrell. And then when nothing else worked, you brought me here. You want to know what happened that night, Philip? I remember now. We lived in a little house by a stream. My father and I.
He was the caretaker. You were one of the family.
I remember. They used to let me play up here on rainy days. It rained that day. I forgot my doll, and I woke up late at night and crept back in the house to get it. I came up here, and then I heard someone coming up the stairs. I hid under this bed, and then I saw them. Your father and your Uncle Lawrence. And then he killed them.
Who did? Who was it?
With the axe. The blood spurted clear across the room. It was all over me. It was all over me.
Was it my grandfather? You must have seen who did it. Was it my grandfather?
No. It was Jonah.
That's the only way it could have happened.
Why?
They didn't tell me much about it. Jonah married my Aunt Lydia.
Lydia. She was Mark's mother.
Yes. Jonah was Mark's father. They tell me Lydia was a headstrong girl. Rebellious. My grandfather never had much time for anyone but his sons. Lydia, in order to get attention, threw herself at the caretaker. A stable hand named Jonah Snell. When my grandfather found out what happened, he made them get married to give the child a name. Lydia died giving birth to Mark. My grandfather brought them into the house. He raised Mark. But beyond that, he wouldn't have anything to do with him. Jonah must have brooded and plotted for years. He knew he couldn't have the family name and fortune for himself. But he thought he could get them for his son.
He must have been insane.
He wasn't then, he was later. He also knew that when my grandfather died, the estate would pass to Lawrence and then to Samuel, my father. After that, to the next oldest relative. Mark is 3 years older than I am. The night my grandfather died, Jonah saw his chance. I don't know how he lured them up here or why he chose this attic. But he slaughtered them. And he put the axe in a dead man's hand. And so Mark inherited everything. The plantation, the money, the estate. That's when I stopped using the name of Tierney. I swore that I'd never use that name again. Until people could stop whispering it behind closed doors.
Mark?
What'd you do with the gun?
I don't know. I lost it.
Get over there.
Were you successful, Philip? Yes, I'm sure that it did. Now the question is, what are we going to do about it?
The truth has to come out, Mark. Grandfather's name has been stained for 17 years. You're going to clean it up.
They're both dead. What difference does it make?
None to you. You're a Snell.
Yes, you never let us forget it, did you? We were poor white trash, and we dared link our name with the Tierneys, the pure aristocratic Tierneys. If you look under the surface, you'll find that they're as common as the rest of us. Have you forgotten Lydia? She liked to play in the stables with a hired help.
She was your mother, Mark. Now look, I'm willing to believe you were too young to know what Jonah was going to do. If you renounce all claims to the estate and go away, we'll call it even.
Very generous of you. Always the fine Tierney gesture. I hate your nobility.
It isn't that, Mark. It's just that I'm tired of hatred and revenge. I want only what's mine. But if you refuse, I'll fight you in every court in the land and I'll win.
Yes, I knew what he was going to do when he went there that night, but I didn't try to stop it. I wanted it just like he did. Well, he got it for me, and I'm going to keep it. If you want to fight, well, let's have it now.
Come on, darling.
Philip, where are we going?
Anywhere. It's gonna take a little time to clean things up here. We can go to Lausanne if you wanted to.
They sent me there, didn't they?
Yes. Even that madman Jonah couldn't bring himself to murder a child. He knew that your mind had blocked out what it had seen. So he set up a trust fund for you, set you away, forgot about you.
Philip, why did Mark throw Jonah over the railing?
Well, the old man must have brooded a long time over what he'd done. He wanted to stop any more killings, I'm sure. He even warned you about the chandelier. Mark was afraid he was going to confess, so he killed him. Come on, honey. Huh?
We left the old house, silent and foreboding, a place of horror and death. It was truly haunted. No one would ever live there again. It was a house of madness.
Well, that was interesting. The storyline, it was quite hard to explain. Let me just give me a second. I was just checking my microphone was working all right. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. It's like she witnessed that woman called Sheila. She witnessed an axe murder there when she was 6 years old or something in that house, and she used to live nearby. And she was in love with that guy Philip at the time. And then since that age, she spent all her time in a mental hospital, as far as I can tell, in a sanitarium in Switzerland. And And he met her, Philip met her in Switzerland. And they fell in love. And then he took her to that house because he was trying to help her. But I don't know what happened to so many questions unanswered, like the dog. What happened to the poor dog, man? Jonah got killed and nobody told us what happened to his dog. But yeah, I think she might witness the axe murder and she was in the mental hospital since the age of 6 or something. But coincidentally she met him again in Switzerland and he took her back to the house or something. They married over there. She was a good scream queen. Good to see you, Rob. And Amy. Hi, Kat. Sorry I had to take care of something. Ex-Swagger said, Jonah got broke neck. What's the movie? Terror in the Haunted House, 1958. Name of the channel it was on there was Pagan Cinema. Cousin's at it. She's still a good screamer. It's pretty nutty sounding. Axe murder witness. Yeah, the only winner of that fight was the movie soundtrack. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying life. Cat was axed. His dog went on a boat trip and ended up on Frankenstein Island. Oh no. Hope not. Be right back. Hey Rob and Amy. I thought I was going to sneeze there. Swagger, hey, hiya, hey Cat. What was with the images flickering on the screen and that on this as well? When she went into the house, there was this image that came up, but it's not even like a movie image.
There is an old-fashioned knocker on the door.
It's like a cartoon thing or something.
An unseen hand always opens the door for me.
First time I seen it, I was like, what? And it just went there. But it's more prevalent than we
I
know.
always go up the shadowy stairway as if I know exactly where to find the answer to what has drawn me here.
Oh, Pookie, it's good to be hearing your voice. It's nice to see you around again. I missed you.
It's behind a little unmarked
Behind the door.
And some unearthly power swings it open to receive me.
Don't go
I
in
look
the
up
cellar.
that narrow, dusty stairway.
There it was
And
there,
for a
look.
moment that is so brief,
It's like fucking
so
Spider-Man
filled
body or
with
something.
terror that my mind cannot hold on to it.
It goes a bit
I know
mental here.
why I had to come to this place.
Filmed in Psychovision. Filmed in Psychovision. What did it say? Psychorama. The first picture in Psychorama, the fourth dimension. Subliminal communication. At least it admits it. And later on near the end it was like a snake, a cobra or something on the screen. Am I the only blooming person who's seen this? But aye, watch, when she first goes in you only see her split second here.
An unseen hand always opens the door for me.
Yeah, it was just there a second ago. When she was up the stairs, just before it goes
I look
Swirly.
up that narrow, dusty stairway,
can't really, it's,
and for a moment that is so brief,
you can't really pause it, yeah. I suppose you could slow down the speed
I
or
look
something.
up that narrow, dusty stairway, and for a moment that is so brief, so filled with terror that my mind cannot hold on to it, I know why I had to come to this place.
Let's try it slow. It's even creepier. Did the image flash on the first 3 starts? A minute ago when she went in the door it flashed, but I think it's longer at these bits here. Come on, get up the stairs.
Yeah.
I think it's at this bit. Oh, it's just before the freaky bit.
Breathe.
Fucking can't catch. I just seen it there.
To unmarked door.
Behind the door.
Behind the door. Some unearthly power.
Power behind the door.
Swings it open to receive me.
Psychorama.
I look up at narrow dusty stairway.
Oh, fuck, I'm upstairs there. It looks like a Spider-Man villain or something.
There is an old
Sounds like she's on Valium or something.
knock
She's on Mogadons. There was a door I had to open. Very slowly. Zoom tight. It's even creepier in slow motion.
An unseen hand
Unseen hand.
always opens the door for me.
Oh, fuck, that was a devil face. Did you see that? That wasn't even the same face. Oh, that was like some devil face with horns and stuff. Takes too long to open the blooming door.
There is
And then the other face was like some sort of like bad guy. It must be different ones. I thought it was the same one. That was like some devil face with horns and stuff. It takes forever to open the door.
An unseen hand
Unseen hand.
always opens the door
Opens the door.
for me.
Just have to be patient. There it is, look, I finally got it. Look, that's the first image that comes up. See, I done it. I'm not going to go through them. That was the first one, and the other one was like some weird looking Spider-Man bad guy. There was definitely like a cobra snake thing later on. That's freaky. That's only there for like, I don't know, nanosecond or whatever. And buy ice cream at the, buy cigarettes. A second. Rob said, I've had a crappy week. My cat died Wednesday. Sorry to hear that, Rob. Howdy, ma'am. My cowboy emoji disappeared, sorry. Sorry about your cat, Rob. Did the image flash on the first three? Yeah, it was on the stairs. I don't know about the first three stairs. I think it was when she got up to the next level. There was a couple of images. Oh no, Rob, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll miss that, Moggy. She was my cat who behaved more like a dog and a unique personality. How old was your cat, Rob? I had my hamster died like last week. I had to bury it the day after. Gesundheit. We have a cat that acts like the three dogs here. Ray. I was expecting it to be a subliminal message like buy ice cream, buy popcorn, added by the cinema. Buy fags. Brush your teeth. It said be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Now I'm hungry, thanks Rob. Ovaltine, ugh. That's a freaky face, that one. She was only 11, she had liver issues. Sorry for your loss. I was just looking at some of the comments. Yeah. There's something. There was an image there. There was a bit where there was a few, like. Then it went into psychorama. She. Weird, they're only there for it. It'd be better if they put them there slightly longer. You could make it what the hell it was. This is probably too freaky like that. Yeah, I saw a snake thing at the end, but I thought it was just the same guy that she kept seeing, but looks like it's all different images. It's a bit freaky, like. So it even admits that it's subliminal at the beginning. Psychorama. Now probably going to find an axe in my sleep. One more time. Subliminal communication. So I thought I quite fancied this one, the Demons of Ludlow. So it looked kind of gory. It says it's by Independent Artist Pictures. But if that doesn't work, there's one called Death Screams, slasher movie, and a few others for backup, like Wes Craven TV movie. I'm not sure if they'd let us play that, but Chiller, a film called Panic 1983, and Iced 1988, Blood Tide, Fiend, a whole bunch more. I can't remember. I think we tried Night of the Living Dead. I think it must not have worked because I don't have it on my list anymore. So I'm guessing that one we didn't get to play the Night of the Living Dead, but still a few, like, I don't know, half decent ones. Still got a whole bunch. Well, I don't know, 20 or so, whatever. Let me see, about 30, 52. Yeah, like, I don't know, like 50 or something, but some of them are like black and white ones and stuff. Yeah, I thought this looked alright. The Demons of Ludlow, we could try that one. Or, as I say, Death Screams is a slasher movie. That Iced one looks quite interesting, and another one called Panic. There's Blood Tide, and I'm sure there was another blood one, I don't know. One called Funeral Home for 1980. Yeah. And a few of the sort of the Frankenstein, Dracula, kind of hammerish. House by the Cemetery. Good catch. Sorry about the hamster. Yeah, no bother. So yeah, I need to get another cup of tea, and I think I might get some popcorn actually. Hopefully it'll let us play this Demons of Ludlow one. But as I say, I've got a couple of others ones that I can try. if it doesn't. Wonder if it'll even let us play House by the Cemetery. I don't know. I can't remember if it let us watch a Fulci one before. Fulci. What is that? City of the Living Dead. I think that might have been one he has. I'm not sure. I had a few alright ones though. Yeah, I found a few alright ones over the course of the weeks. Death Warmed Up, The Devonsfield Terror, Bloody Wednesday, Dawn of the Mummy. They were alright. Eternal Evil, Dogs of Hell. City of Living Dead, I liked that. I liked the Mummy one. I know it was alright. Dawn of the Mummy. Mona. So I'm gonna get a cup of tea and some popcorn. Ba 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 ba. Do you know what it is? It's still in the slow motion thing. That's why it was taking forever. Playback speed, normal. Ba 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 ba.
Naughty, naughty. He's always hanging around these joints.
This is where you find all the best meat and poultry. Fred Ballard, 152 King Street, Castle Douglas.
For you. For you. For you.
The finest mineral waters are from W&W McMichael, Dunedin Road, East Riggs, Annan.
Hear the band give with that beat. After the dance, our favorite treat. A double value, double size, double top. American cola. American double up cola.
That was good.
Bluebell margarine, always good. 11p per half pound at your co-op.
When you go for your breakfast, be sure you always take a good plate of Unitas breakfast oats. The value of them lies in the fact they're appetizing, and eating them good health in you promotes. When once you taste their flavor, forevermore you'll favor Unitas breakfast oats.
In £1 and £2 packets at your co-op. Full dividend.
Come cooperative shopping for extra good value for money, top quality and full dividend. This week's special offer, save 3p on SP sauce and tomato ketchup at your co-op. Come cooperative shopping. Get full dividend, extra good value for money and top quality. This week's special offer, save 3p on lemon curd. Get yours at your co-op now.
My co-op for value, away with your troubles and strife. A happy shopper is a co-opper, a well-contented wife. Forget not the dividend every time you shop at the best place of all, your co-op, co-op.
For service, quality and value, shop at the co-op. Remember the dividend.
That's the attitude of most parents, and it's the policy that ABC adopt too with their Saturday Miners matinees. Just look at those happy faces. They're certainly going to enjoy the fun while their parents get on with the Saturday shopping. It all starts here with the shooting of films which are produced specially for youngsters with the help of the Children's Film Foundation. It may well be an exciting historical adventure like this, the thrills and spills of Australian surfboat racing, a popular comedy classic, or a favorite cartoon. And there's one in every Miners Matinee program.
I thought I saw a putty cat. I did draw a putty cat.
Each picture is specially chosen to suit all youngsters. There's always a friendly welcome, and the ABC manager sees that the children are in capable hands with the senior boys and girls as monitors helping the theatre staff. On the stage, there may sometimes be a special treat when a well-known star comes along to entertain. Often, supporting the films, are talent contests and fancy dress parades. Not forgetting such important things as road safety, all presented in an entertaining way. And every week, ABC remembers the lucky girls and boys whose birthday it is. With price of admission so reasonable, this is wonderful value.
Phew. By the way, you still having trouble with those stubborn stains?
Why do fools fall in love? Why do birds sing so gay? And lovers await the break of day. Why do they fall in love? Why does the rain fall from up above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love?
Lou. Lieutenant's the name. I was between cases, so I stopped off at the Sink Inn. The place was swimming over. Fingers and his mob were at their usual table, hatching something. I asked the barman Lieutenant's Pilsner. The cool taste was music inside me. So I asked for another, and introduced me to her sister, Candy Floss. Funny, I felt kinda hungry. She was suffering from arrested development. With her development, someone ought to be arrested. She told me she had a problem. I had a choice. My Tenant's Pilsner or Candy's case. It was close, but not that close. Tenant's Pilsner. It's good, but not that good.
Confidentially, I like to talk confidentially.
Can't stop watching these.
To folks like you. To look at me, you wouldn't think I'd been ill, would you? I went into my local the other night.
If you're one of us, people with more taste than money, let me tell you about Coffee Mate. It tastes like real cream at about half the price. This is not just a milk substitute, it's Coffee Mate. Rich and smooth as an instant cream would be. With a luxury taste at about half the price of cream, so that you can enjoy it every day. Coffee Mate. Only Carnation makes it.
That was the spooky at all.
At the height of the Mabongo uprising, a garrison of 80 British infantry was surrounded by 30,000 hostile warriors.
Introduce me to
music inside
that one. There was a program on Channel 4, right, in the sort of Sunday afternoon. There was this thing, Network 7, and there was a program on it called Dick Spanner. And it was a private detective, and it was just like this. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same people who made the advert, otherwise they ripped it off, but it was cool. It was like a wee animation. It was exactly like this. It's the same guy, I think, Dick Spanner. And yeah, he was always solving crimes and stuff. Let's see if I can have a look for it. Network 7. Yeah, look, there it is there. Alright, it's not exactly the same, but
Dick Spanner.
Does Steve Begg join and
probably can't really play much because it can't be copyright. Look, it's the same sort of animation. I don't know if it's the same people. There's a guy with the hands for a head. That was Dick Spanner there. Look, that's what it looks like. So I don't know if they did the animation for the Tenants commercial or it wasn't exactly the same. Like kind of similar though. Yeah, I've seen Mausoleum. I didn't really like it that much. Like, see that advert? It was like, have a pint, have some food, meet your friends. Come to the cinema, have a drink, meet your friends, have some food. Why can't they make beer commercials like that nowadays? I know. There's loads of great ones, back in the 80s and that. So, let's try and play this Demons of Ludlow thing. Yeah, or I was going to ask what was going on in your neighbourhood, Amy? Myself and X-Swag were too engrossed in the ending of that movie. So I thought I'd ask you. Oh, that was the one with Telly Savalas, What was the one that said, have a drink? Have something to eat, have a drink. Oh, I think it was a... What the fuck is that one?
I will stick a Union Jack. Se les estoy contando a todos. Believe your eyes.
Some of these are 90s.
Back in. Of a dark liquid, only.
So go on. Make life easy on yourself. Loaf. Wagon roll, Bob. Hey.
I think it's crap when you go to the cinema and it's the same commercials you get on the TV. You used to get like different ads at the cinema. There's too many ads. You go to the cinema now, it's like too many ads, man. It goes on for about like 20 minutes or something, adverts. Then you've got the trailers. Have a drink. Go out and see what you can find. Estrogen overload is bad for everyone, lol. Kiara is on sale in this cinema. That was the Nick Cayman advert, eh? I quite like the old cigarette adverts. 'Cause you don't get them anymore. They should cancel that song, Said Birds Sing Gay. Oh. Ba 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 ba. It's good time. Ba 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 ba. So let's try this other film then. Hope this one plays. It looked okay, but if not, we'll just have to try a different one. Ba 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 ba. But I'll need to keep an eye on it and check it doesn't come up like crappy, right? So it says that the Demons of Ludlow, 1983. Ba 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 ba.
God's sake, Sybil, lay off that stuff, will you? The celebration. Everybody in town will be there. I don't want any scenes.
Then I won't go then.
Sybil, Please?
God, I'm so sick of it. Be nice, Sybil. Why don't you be more sociable, Sybil? Don't smoke, Sybil. Don't drink. Oh, God, I can't stand it anymore. Don't worry, I'm going to be sober by the time you get there.
Nice turnout, ain't it, folks? We ain't big, but we are a proud little community. As old as the country itself. Now, that's something to be proud of. 200 years old. Now, that's something really worth celebrating. And the man who founded this little speck of earth should be congratulated. We're proud of him. And we want to thank him with this celebration and remember him because he's done good for all of us. Here we are, like a big, happy family. Many of us have our roots here. Most of us, come to think of it. Oh, I know, we've had our little fights, disagreement now and then, but as we all know, time heals all wounds. Now, I have a special surprise for everyone. All right, boys, roll it out. Roll it right out there. That's clear away there. Boys, roll it out there. That's fine, that's fine. This is a gift to all of us, all the way from England, from the estate of Ephraim Ludlow III, the deceased great-grandson of that same man who founded our little community exactly 200 years ago. All right, boys, take it off.
I don't want to get too close to that thing.
It's quite beautiful, but I wonder what they're going to do with it.
I don't know, but I sure the hell am going to photograph it.
All right, folks, hold it down. Hold it down. Tonight, folks, during our closing services and giving thanks, we will listen to a demonstration of this beautiful instrument. It will be placed in our town hall for everybody to enjoy.
I wonder how much this is worth.
Oh, plenty. Looks like real gold. Come here. Let's disappear.
Are you crazy? Someone will see us.
Okay, later then. Promise.
Okay, promise.
Later.
A lot of unexplained things happened in Ludlow. It has a colorful history, but it's cold and unfriendly, and as you can see, decaying. A family by the name of Brubaker lived here. They were plagued by one strange accident after another. Mrs. Brubaker, the last one to survive, committed suicide by thrusting a knife into her stomach. There's one heck of a story here.
And grant us your blessing this day as we observe the 200th birthday of our community. In so doing, we ask you to forgive us all of our past transgressions and to renew our faith in you. There are many things we would like to forget, but we must always remember that your divine guidance has steered us through the darkness of those bad times, and we place ourselves and our future in your hands. Amen. And now, to highlight this wonderful occasion, Mrs. Ann Schultz is going to honor us by playing this beautiful instrument. Ann?
ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go.
It's pitch black in here.
Hang on a minute. I'll take care of it. Here, hold this. Be careful, Goldie. Nice.
Do see me again.
Do you know anything about that piano?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Be careful. Pretty nice.
I'll let you come here often. What was that?
Just a door. Don't worry about it.
What was that?
It was a door. Nobody's gonna come up here.
Sure?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Come on. Why don't you go check that?
It's all right.
No, it's not. It's not all right. Please,
It's just
Andy.
the door.
Just the door. Go check it. Okay? Please.
All right. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Oh. Andy? Andy, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I love you. I have a surprise for you when you come up. You coming, Andy?
You haven't said a word since we left the town hall.
That old harmonium, it was here before in Ludlow. It was just returned. Why didn't the mayor mention it?
How do you know?
I was born and raised here until we moved. My grandfather was an avid storyteller.
You sure had me fooled. You've got city written all over you. So you must know most everybody there, then.
Oh, I do. But they don't know me. I was only 9 when we moved.
You don't act much older now.
Thanks. Come on, throw a couple bucks on the table. We got a lot of work to do. Winnie.
Chris, you coming up?
Yes, dear. I'll be right up.
God, Chris, you frightened me.
Yeah. Look, I'm going out for a minute.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Just over to the hall. I think I left my keys in the lock. Yeah, I'll just be a minute, all right?
I'll be in bed, dear.
Try not to kill that bottle before I get back, all right?
Chris? Chris? Chris, are you back? Chris? What are you doing? Chris, will you answer me? What's going on?
Well, nothing, dear. I'm coming right up.
I swear I thought I heard you come in earlier. I don't understand. What's going on?
Ludlow, population 47, farming, industry, tourism, unincorporated. That's it.
Yeah, but why now? I mean, don't you find
Debbie,
it a
you
little
have
odd?
always been a very curious young lady. And the fact of the matter is, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers.
I'm looking for some historical data. Do you know where I can find any information like that?
Sorry, Deborah. Everything this town had burned up when we lost our town church. You must have heard about that fire from your ma or your grandpa. Besides, we've had our share of trouble. Why bring it up?
Yeah, I remember stories Grandpa used to tell me. About the piano, the one from the Ludlow estate, that was here before.
I'm sorry, Deborah. I've got to go.
Sam, I don't expect you to get all bent out of shape about this, but maybe we ought to get rid of it.
Bullshit. Don't you start giving me that superstition garbage, too. I've got other problems.
Have you any idea why the Harpers left? And Dan Willard was going to move, too?
I don't know, and I don't care. But you know damn well we've got no jobs no more. Westchester's getting all the business. Why do you think I'm working so hard trying to keep this community alive? Get too damn many old people and nothing to attract the young. Speaking of the young, Eleanor Peterson and Andy Koch ran away together. Gone. Poof. Can't say I blame them with parents like that.
Now, what are you going to do about that?
Nothing.
Nothing. There's a law against that, you know.
Wrong. Andy's 18 and tomorrow's Eleanor's birthday. And do me a favor, Chris. In your sermons, watch what you say. There's no need for reminders. Remember, it's our 200th birthday. Whatever happened was a long time ago.
I'll give that some serious thought, Sam. See you later.
frightened me. I'm sorry about the picture.
I didn't mean to. The door was ajar. I was sure I'd locked it last night. Which is strange, too, because I seldom lock our community hall. Wait a minute. I know you. Deborah, isn't it? What brings you back to Ludlow?
My job, I suppose. But without it, I would have visited anyway. I really am sorry about the picture. I didn't even touch it. I was standing over there when...
It's all right. I can fix that, no problem. You mentioned a job. What do you do?
I'm a writer. Not infamous yet, but maybe someday. Reverend,
Yes, go on.
this piano. It was here before in Ludlow, right?
I don't know what you mean, Deborah.
I think you do. Please remember, I was born and raised here. My parents are from here, and their parents. And I remember a lot of the stories that Grandpa used to tell, so why won't anyone give me an honest answer on this question?
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But it's common knowledge among the older folks that this same instrument was here with Ephraim Ludlow, our founding father. Why do you ask?
Curiosity. From the few bits and pieces that I can remember from the stories that Grandpa used to tell me, they sounded interesting enough to...
Well, I'd be the wrong person to ask. I mean, I'm not that much older than you are. But I'm sure that some of our old-timers could help you out. I really don't know very much about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Again, I'm sorry about the accident. I'll see you again sometime.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You've been spending entirely too much time in your room again. Why? Emily, answer me, please. You are purposely making yourself disgusting. How long can we go on like this? At least answer me. Stop it! Stop it right now! How many times have we been through this before? You've got to try to help yourself. Please.
Yes, Mother. But my dolls.
Your dolls? Your dolls will be just fine. I'm going out for a while. I won't be long.
Now hold still. I have tried to make you pretty, and you repay me with bad behavior. You were always like that. That's why your name is Isabel. I wouldn't want to have to punish you. Okay. Who laughed? I heard someone laughing at me. I demand to know who it was. Eve. Was it you? Were you Shannon? Maybe it was Abigail. It was, wasn't it, Abigail? I have tried to make you the prettiest one of them all. Now you laugh at me. Company. We have company. Mama's going to take you to a party. Maybe we can all go, if you're good. Except Abigail.
Child? Who's child? Step closer. Come closer.
So we can adore you.
What a lovely child. Does she speak? Does she walk? Who's the father?
Young. Yes. So very young.
She's mine. She's mine. Touch her and I'll kill you.
get a little practice in before Sunday. You know, I love the sound.
It doesn't bother you? The fact that it's, you know.
The original Ludlow? No. I'm surprised at you. After all, this is the 20th century we're living in. Hmm? Good night.
Good night. Be careful.
For a writer, you sure don't do much writing.
First, you've got to get the facts, Winnie.
Don't call me Winnie.
Sorry. The history of New England towns. Listen to this. Ludlow, population 47, one of the earliest settlements. Tourism, unincorporated, farming, industry. That's it. God, I can't believe this.
Believe what?
Every other town in this book there's a wealth of information on, but not Ludlow.
So what's the big deal? Why is that so important?
Well, I'm not so sure. You know, at first I thought I was just in this for myself. You know, kind of a root syndrome. But it's more than that now. I don't know. I could tell you stories from when I was a kid that would raise the hackles on your back. And they're not just stories. That's history. So why isn't it recorded anywhere?
Maybe you haven't looked in the right places.
Yeah, maybe. But I will. Have you noticed that people are moving away from Ludlow kind of sudden? And that celebration sure had a forced atmosphere.
Around here, nothing's much livelier. Sure is pretty. The piano.
The piano that no one will talk about.
So what's to talk about?
I don't know, I'm telling you, that's the key to something, Winnie. Founding Father Ludlow, from what I've heard, was not a giver. He was exiled, from what I can remember. Not from England, like many of our forefathers were, but from this country back to the old country. And he swore to get even.
Even? What did they do to him?
That's what I'm trying to find out, Winnie. I mean...
Okay, sister.
Don't call me sister.
Then don't call me Winnie.
Look, as long as we're working on developing things, try it on a sense of humor.
The Westchester City Council will meet tomorrow night with the Ludlow Centennial, the top item on the agenda. City snow removal will also be discussed with the removal and transportation of this winter's devastating accumulation. Also on the agenda are problems with garbage removal in Westchester, with a landfill site near Ludlow opposed by many of the city's councilmen. More snow on the way. Westchester Ludlow weather is next. Once again, the Westchester
And you know how sorry we all are this dreadful thing happened. We know it's quite a shock to you. We're here today to pay respects to Emily and
Sam, don't you think we ought to call in the authorities? We need help.
Now, wait just a minute. We've been taking care of our own business too long to go running to outsiders for help. This whole nightmare doesn't concern anyone else. We've got to deal with it.
For God's sake, Sam, this isn't business as usual. There's been somebody killed here.
What happened? A crazy girl had an accident. What was to be expected of her? She should have been in an institution a long time ago. I'm sorry, Anne.
Dear God.
Sorry, Anne.
Well, how did she die?
Hung herself, that's how.
Oh, that's a damn lie, Sam, and you know it.
That's so? I think the doc here can confirm what I've said. He examined her.
Death was due to strangulation.
All right, you do what you want. But I'll tell you something. You better lock your doors. You better not get caught alone. Because I swear to you, what Ephraim Ludlow has in store for this town is going to make what happened in this house look like a church picnic. Ah, you don't want to listen to me. Go on. Bury your heads in the sand. Pretend it doesn't exist. Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. Because I don't want your blood on my hands. End of sermon.
Back tomorrow. Shorts on. Right. Photo News, Wynn speaking.
May I please speak with Deborah Hall?
I'm sorry, she's out for the day. Any messages?
No message. Thank you.
Eternal rest.
What are you mumbling about?
Deborah, glad you're back. Come here.
Well, I hope your afternoon was better than mine. I'm nowhere.
Well, I've been doing some research on my own. How do you like them?
It's a nice work. What does it mean?
These, my dear, are blow-ups of an inscription on your piano.
Interesting. Soul cries.
This is what I've got so far.
Walls of sound. Soul cries. Eternal rest.
The inscription's marred with scratches. Too much wear and tear. What do you make of it, though?
Well, doesn't mean anything yet. Keep digging.
I wish I could get a clean close-up of that thing. That would help.
I went to the county seat library today. Nothing. But did you know that Ludlow is older than Westchester?
Deb, if you want me to help, you're going to have to clue me in. What are you getting at?
I'm not so sure I know. All right, I'll tell you what's bothering me. Ephraim Ludlow was booted out of this town after he settled here and built a community. With him, he took all his possessions, including that piano. 185 years later, he sends it back.
He's getting kind of old by now, isn't he?
All right, so his family, his deceased grandson sends it back. Why?
Maybe they wanted to get it tuned. All right, I don't know. Why?
That's what's bothering me. Judging from the stories I heard, there were a lot of ill feelings between Ludlow and the townsfolk. There were brutal killings, witch burnings, tales of vampires. So why would even his family, who must have heard of the goings-on, send a gift to a town that was nothing but trouble for them?
They forgot and forgave.
No, I don't buy that at all. I think it was to get even. But how? Why won't anybody answer any questions about the history of Ludlow? And why are people leaving? And why is there no historical data? Oh, another thing. Ephraim Ludlow had a daughter about 10 years old who became very ill and died here before he left. And he blamed her death on the townspeople. I remember my grandfather telling me that story.
You're getting everybody uptight. Next thing they're gonna do is panic. And then what?
Keep your voice down. Sybil's sleeping. She's under sedation. She almost became a victim this morning.
A victim? Victim of what?
Come on, cut the crap, Sam. Not with me, please. We all knew it was going to happen. It was only a question of time.
Not all of us. Just all of you superstitious fools. Curse. Revenge. Shit.
God, you must be mad, Sam. It's worse than I thought. A girl gets torn limb from limb, and you treat it like nothing's happened. She was on the list of names.
Shut up, Chris.
No! No more! Look, the least you could do is tell the others to leave. Maybe they'd have a chance. This town is cursed. It always has been.
And just what would you like me to do? You think the police would help? The FBI? The Army, maybe? Do you really think that would help?
I don't know, but something has to happen. Sam, listen to me. You and I are on that list.
You're getting too upset. Control yourself. Pray. Why don't you? Pray. Maybe that would help.
promise not to leave.
You coming?
No, why don't you go on in and take your pictures? I'm gonna go see a man of the cloth. Maybe he's in a more talkative mood now. No luck, nobody home.
Well, I've got my shots. Let's go. Unless you have something else in mind.
No. You notice something?
Yeah. Town's dead.
It's like a ghost town. I don't have a weak stomach, but I do have goosebumps. Might be because I'm cold.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm gonna come back. If I have to canvass door to door, I'm going to find out what I want to find out. Watch out!
Who's that?
It's a little girl. What is she doing on the road?
She's gone.
Did you get it?
I think so.
You saw it.
Damn right we did. Let's get back and get these pictures developed.
It's very kind of you, Mrs. Murphy. Taking time out to help me like this.
It's no trouble at all. If you don't mind, though, I do have some chores to do this afternoon for a little while. So I asked Sarah Burns if she'd stop by and tend to you for an hour or two. Is that all right?
Fine.
Good.
I don't believe it, nothing. Not a thing. I saw it. You saw it, right? Look at this.
Nobody would believe us if we told them. What about the other photographs? How did they turn out?
They're good, all right, if you can decipher the scribbling.
Contained within walls. What walls? Walls of sound. The piano is the solution, I'm telling you. Darn me to what? Play thy piece. Something's got to be in here. And being a reporter, I'm ashamed to say this, but I have a feeling that, Winnie, I have a feeling that something is so close it's about to hit us right in the face. There's something...
Not so fast. If we go too fast, we're sure to miss something.
All right. Something is happening, or is going to happen. And everybody's afraid to talk. And it's something big. That piano. We've got to examine that again, and a little more closely this time. Are you with me?
Not quite yet. May I remind you of the county board meeting? That's our first assignment, like it or not.
Damn it, that's right.
Sarah? Sarah? Is that you? Sarah? Mrs. Murphy? Who's out there? Answer me, please. Oh, my God!
Now? Can you do it to her now?
Emily!
All right.
Don't worry, Mother. You don't hurt at all.
I'm sorry, Chris. God, I'm sorry. You know that, don't you? We've been friends, neighbors, all our lives. Our parents, neighbors...
Don't continue with that. You know what you'll come up with if you do. It's only a matter of time now. Days. Maybe hours.
Why did you have to dig up those old papers? My God, they were dead and buried. You should have let them burn. Your father saved them from one fire, then you dig them up and save them again.
Maybe the only way to stop it.
How do you figure that?
By getting their names and warning them so they can get out of here.
All right, Chris. Maybe you're right. Right after the burial, we'll look at that list and destroy it. And that piano.
What have you thought up for her death certificate?
I don't know yet. We'll think of something. Won't we?
Somewhere there has to be a clue to this entire nightmare. And if you know more than I do, Sam, you better tell me. Now.
He just doesn't want revenge. That I know. He's had plenty of that for many years. He's after something more. What?
Hello? Reverend? Mrs. Wensler? Hello? Is anybody home? Hello?
Deborah.
I'm sorry. I knocked. The door was open, so I thought maybe you or your wife would be.
I'm glad you came. I tried to call you yesterday, but you weren't in.
No message? You didn't leave a message?
Well, I wasn't sure I wanted to talk just then.
I don't understand.
You will. Come on in. Sit down. Sit down. I don't know what you know, or how much, but this will tell you everything. But we have to move fast, if it's not too late already. These are the original Ludlow documents. The history of Ludlow.
I'm afraid I still don't understand.
I assume you want to help.
Of course.
You, know about the Ludlow curse.
Curse? No.
Then why all the interest, then?
Curiosity at first, and then the stories that I heard, and then I started piecing things together myself, and the incident last night.
Incident? Last night?
Yes, that's why I stopped by. This little girl, she seemed like something from the past, ran out in front of our car, and we almost hit her. And then she was gone.
In 1860, Marcus Donaldson proceeded to follow his wife and young Bill Seaton to the train, and shortly after pulling out of the depot, approached the couple and fired at his wife point blank with a 12-gauge shotgun. See, Marcus was Sam's great-grandfather, and Sybil was the great-granddaughter of Mary Powell, the runaway wife.
What about the others?
How much more proof do you want? The great-grandmother of Ann Schultz was torn apart limb from limb shortly after Ephraim Ludlow's incident.
They cut off his hands?
How generous of him to spare his life. Well, after that, they thought his fantasy over the instrument which he played almost constantly was the cause for all their misfortune. So they took his hands. But the evil stayed with the town, and now it's reaping its final harvest. Here.
William Christopher Hall? My great-great-grandfather? Means I'm on the list?
So am I. We're all of us descendants of those who were responsible for this act of horror more than 200 years ago. And ever since then, the evil visited upon this town has been repeating itself. You see, my great-grandfather was the one who cut off Ludlow's hands. And your ancestors were some of the accusers. And Sybil's were the ones who fetched him and brought him to trial. And Andy and Eleanor, the two kids who disappeared, their forefathers were on the jury. And then Doc Donaldson. He treated Ludlow's 10-year-old daughter. See, and when she died, he blamed the town. And that's when he swore revenge and cast the curse. And this is the final act. He'll have all of us.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop it. I mean, my God, it's 1983. Things like this just don't happen. Right?
I wish.
What are you guys doing here? Who are you? What do you want? Where did you get those things? This is some kind of a joke, right? Sit down.
Samuel Donaldson, descendant of Frederick James Donaldson, are you?
What are you? What do you want with me?
We've got a little surprise for you. A very special surprise.
Let me take it.
No. Let me. Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit.
Walls of sound. Walls of sound. Behold, take note. Note. Play thy piece. Oh, this means something. Caged. Eternal rest. Soul cries. What?
Winifred seemed to think that these letters might represent musical notes.
Notes.
Yeah.
Notes. Notes. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's it. Ephraim Ludlow's ghost is in that piano. And I think I know what he wants. His hands.
What now?
I don't know what could happen. We should draw the notes. But every instinct tells me to destroy that thing. Right now. D-E-E-D. He's in there. He's trying to get out.
Welcome. You're just in time for your trial. Or, shall we dispense with that? And, just go on to the execution.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? If it will end the evil, get on with it.
Execute him.
It was your superstition that brought about this, right? It was your ancestors that gave me these. Shall we?
Get it over with.
Go ahead.
His head. Take his head.
Well, my pretties.
No!
At last, my revenge. Now!
Yeah, Ludlow sucked. No, the film itself was alright though. I thought it was okay. It was different. Kind of reminded me of some Italian horror movies I've watched a wee bit, especially with the soundtrack as well. But I quite like the sort of electronic soundtrack, and I thought it was done alright. Stuck in Time, Caroselli, yeah, Caroselli. So I don't know if we should watch another or not. Most movies seem to be about an hour and a half, you know. And there's one here, a Boris Karloff one, 3 hours 46. I think it's a silent thing. Ancestors, shaking my head. Yeah, must remember not to go to Ludlow. Too many demons. Yeah, what do you think? Should we try another one or? Ancestors. Well, thanks for watching X-Swagger. It was good fun. It's 4 o'clock here now. $4 a.m. 3 hours 26. Dull Blade. Yeah, I thought that one was alright actually. And the one before it was okay too. Not sure about the subliminal messages stuff, but on the screen, but I'm not even actually that tired, just I was gonna probably get up early or something. I've got this one iced is 126, that should be alright one time. Should Burn the Hall. Blood Tide, James Earl Jones, 1 hour 23. Something called Northville Cemetery Massacre, 1 hour 23. Lady Frankenstein's 1 hour 23 as well. Burn the Hall. I think we'll try this Blood Tide one, see if it plays.
Here to look.
Before the dawn of civilization, in the early light of man's existence, life was an eternal struggle between good and evil. The ancients knew the way to placate the beast that lurked beneath the eternal sea and within the consciousness of man. Sacrifice. Virgin sacrifice. The practice of that bygone age died with the coming of civilization. But deep in the heart of man, the primeval urge to give new life to an ancient ritual lingers on.
It's in copyright for that one, Blood Tide. Oh well, I'll take that one off the list. Remove from playlist. Let's try this Northville Cemetery Massacre one. Cult classic films. Nice hanging with you, Brian. Thank you. No bother. It was good. Trapped in Dome of Ludlow. Hero in nice car. Maybe better keeping this one. This one actually looks alright. Maybe for another time. Sometimes it's alright finding out if they're going to play or not as well. I thought this was going to be black and white actually for the thumbnail, but yeah. Cheers. Need to go to bed. 5k run tomorrow. I hope it goes well. Hope you have a great day. And don't have nightmares. Still got this copyright message here, but it'll go away. The message will go away. Yeah. Yep, have a nice night. I'll catch you later, okay? Bye.